place to beg. Ain't no need to lay.
What's up? Whoa, camera. What's up, guys? Welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Try to do a little tweet here. Change the background. I had to go with some purple. Super excited for the draft coming up. I got my the green screen's got it messed up, but Conquer the North, the t-shirt here from 2 years ago they won the division. It's probably gonna be a minute, man. I swear the Bears could probably win the dang division. Got the camo Vikings hat on as well, so we're all geared out. Super excited for the draft though. I can't wait. I'm really hopeful to get a quarterback this year. I would love to get man, I'd be cool with anybody probably. Probably more of a fan of Drake May over JJ. Wouldn't be too mad about Michael Pratt either. I think Michael, the guy from Tulane. But man, I tell you what though, I was real quick. We'll get into the show. I was messing around, just kind of searching Vikings and draft, just trying to find some stuff. And like, I found this whole network of like Vikings fans, and like they have like their own Vikings podcast and all that stuff. And like, I tell you, like I got to try to get on somebody else's podcast. Like, I like to get in here and talk, but it's just the same old thing. I even posted, you know, about I do have the ability to have guests. Like I've done it just one time. Like I've got a I got a double this cough. Here it is. I got a double box little thing that I can do here where we have, you know, two people in there. You know, so shoot, TJ, I know you get on here and talk sometimes. I mean, if you ever want to hop on and you know, do a show with me, you know, down for that. You know, just trying to, you know, obviously if I have guests, then they end up sharing it. We end up seeing more people on the show, ends up growing that way by having guests and everything like that. But at the same time, like I want to try to get on some stuff too. I was supposed to actually start hooking up with like Odd Shark here. They got like 150,000 like followers, and they you know, like I talked to them recently, and they said they're kind of focused on NBA, and like they'll hit me up when in a you know, for MLB. So I'm supposed to be starting to do some stuff with Odd Shark, you know, here in the near future too, but has not happened yet, unfortunately. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I want to see the Vikings win before we die. Hey, I'm in that same group, although I would hope that I have a lot longer time frame trying to work out and stuff, you know, to help, you know, make that last as long as possible. Man, there's so many. It's just crazy how like there's so many like there's probably like 15, 20, 30 different like Vikings, like big Vikings, like fans and podcasts and stuff like that. Like it's crazy how, you know, this podcast, YouTube, everything, like it's a whole rabbit hole of a network and everything like that. There's a lot going on with it, you know? So pulling the notes up here though. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I had to rock the purple. This light colored gray hat looks kind of weird with that gray background I have anyway. That gray background's my like professional one. I used to have like it was pretty busy, but it had like my logo and stuff on it. So maybe I'll keep messing around. But obviously I got the green screen behind me. So you know, obviously these aren't my backgrounds and it go painted or anything like that. But before we get into today's plays, as always, take a look back and see what we did yesterday. 2-in-1 day yesterday. Porzingis over 17.5. He finished at 18. We almost had a nasty beat. He had 13 points at half. Ended up getting, you know, 5 points late. It was like the fourth quarter, I think. NBA, I could probably not bet the NBA again. I may not bet the NBA again unless there's something I love. It's just rough. We're looking at blowouts. We're looking at like stupid minutes played. We had Halliburton over 30.5 points and assists. Like I banned that guy months ago. So I thought like, okay, the playoffs, we might be okay. Good matchup. He played really well against, you know, the Bucks in the past. No, like he shot the ball like 5 times or something like that. Like I can't go on and continue to keep like losing money in the Discord and like, you know, recommending these plays or whatever for you guys off of like this dude that's going to shoot the ball 5 times in the playoffs. Like he's supposed to be their superstar point guard and he shot the ball 5 times. You can't do that. And then we had the Cubs and Marlins over 8.5. Kyle Hendricks continues to be a fan of the podcast here. So that's good. 2-in-1 day though. I'll take it. 2-in-1 day, moving the right direction. If you are in the Discord, if you are in Beer money picks. We're hanging on to profit, guys. What do they say? You tie a knot at the end of the rope and you hold on for dear life and you don't let go. We're gonna be okay. Before this most recent January, I was positive 11 months in a row on those official VIP type plays. I was negative in January. I was up 25 units in February. I was up 30 units in March. I know that there's like a higher maybe expectation of me because I did come out of the gates. I mean, just blistering hot. But I got 9 days to hunker down. I got to play out already on the Yankees game in here, a little mixture of it. I do have a Yankees play here for those that are about to, listening right now. But we do survive. We do move on. We get out of these bad days. Certainly not in the spot that I've been at because I can't survive, the slumps. I've been in a slump before. I certainly tell you guys that. But sorry, my wife texts me. My wife's back to work. Supposed to be work from home on Mondays and Fridays, but she's doing training, so she's work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. But it seems like she can just work from home whenever she wants. It's like she's sick, she just needs to stay home. So like those jobs are so nice. Super nice jobs to get into those. But first off, Taco, thanks for much showing up. Appreciate seeing the friendly name face. TJ as well, Marcus, a lot of the same guys that are here a lot of the times. There's many of you others that pop in here. Not gonna lie, like the show was hitting like 60 people. We like blew up for like 7 days and then it tailed off. So gonna continue to, that's why I said continue to try to get some guests in here, continue to just be here every day. And I tell you, trying to get the subs up, trying to get the views up. 730 subscribers is not bad, in my opinion, from starting this. I've been doing YouTube, I think, for like 3 months now or something like that. So, Dustin, I've seen you around too. Appreciate you guys, though. Let's get into the plays. First one here. This game starts in about an hour and 40 minutes, right? About an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and 40 minutes, 30 minutes, hour and 30 minutes. My son's got speech today at 1. Normally it's on Fridays in the morning, and it's now on Mondays at 1. So like I'll be at speech once this game starts. I actually got to take both the kids. I got to take both the kids to speech. Well, the 6-month-old is going to be sleeping hopefully the whole time, But anyway, I like the Yankees team total over 4.5. Is the play I'm running here, and it's kind of a transition out of I told you guys I don't like to bet pitcher props, and we have done one and we lost it. We are 0-1, but definition insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, etc. Maybe that's the key. Maybe I need to broaden my horizons. JP Sears, really like JP Sears under strikeouts, although the books agree with it. We're talking minus 140, minus 150 is even higher all over the place. I couldn't bring myself to play it. Unfortunately, you can't take like alt unders to put it with like the Yankees money line or anything like that. You can only take alt overs, which is kind of annoying. But sorry, somebody messaged me on YouTube or Discord. Anyway, though, like I do have interest in a player prop in the Tigers, the pitchers on Scooble. But kind of waiting to see how the Yankees play out. So I may come in with that on the Discord. But in terms of podcast, we might get creative. But anyway, liking his under strikeouts, thinking he's going to get hard, thinking the Yankees don't strike out that much, thinking that JP Sears stuff has just not really been there. He's only had like 9 strikeouts altogether in like 4 outings or something like that. So transition to the Yankees team total over 4.5, I think is a smart move, an okay move for this. The Yankees are 6-3 at home. In those 6 wins that they've had at home, they've scored 5+ in 5 of those 6 wins, with the one miss being a 3-2 win versus the Marlins. So theoretically, with the books having them as a minus 245 money line, you have the assumption that they're going to win this game. Although it's baseball, of course, anything can happen. But if they win this game, they then have 5 divided by 6, 83% chance of hitting. They have a hit rate of 83% chance. Not chance, hit rate of 83% on the team total here at home when they win. Kind of a good thing going for us. Like I said, they face ex-Yankee JP Sears today, who is 0-3 against the Yankees in his career. He's 0-3 with a 7.63 ERA. He's given up 3, 5, and 7 runs in those 3 games. The one time he did pitch against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, he gave up 5 runs and 6 hits going 5 innings pitched. So, there's a little bit of this, he wants to pitch good or whatever, but there's going to be that familiarity at the same time. Yankees have Carlos Rodon going, who is 1-1 with a 3.66 ERA. He hasn't been, like crazy good or anything like that. He hasn't been bad. But his one start at home, he's only had one start at home, and he should do well against the A's. He's had 4 starts, if I'm not mistaken. 3 of them have been away, just the one time at home. So it's going to be nice to kind of get it home and be able to, wake up in his own bed kind of thing. Against the Athletics, he is 4-1 with a 3.19 ERA against the team in his career. His most 2 recent starts, I believe, was when he was with the Giants. I forgot he was on the White Sox. I'm a White Sox fan, so that's kind of shame on me. But his 2 recent starts, he is 2-0 with 1 run given up in both of those. So he's given up just 2 runs his last 2 starts against his team and looked really good against them. I guess you can say that's post-injury, pre-injury, and everything like that. His injury wasn't substantial, but I had some injury issues last year. I think the year before that, kind of coming in banged up and everything. But that's how we're running it. I think that we have, and if you're in the Discord, I did a variation of this play. From what I felt was, kind of maximize some value or whatever, get us, some more money. Cause I think we're sitting at like minus 130 on this team total right here. I can tell you here in a second on FanDuel. In the Discord, I played it a little differently to get us a little better. Yeah, minus 132 for the 4.5. But yeah, like I said, you 5 of the 6 wins, they're over 5 runs. You have the expectation they're going to win. You have JP Sears, which has struggled against the Yankees. You have Rodon, who has hit or struggled or not, or who has performed well against the A's. Then the Yankees at home, and the Yankees bats have seemed to be blowing up. Well, doing better, I guess. Blowing up's not the right word. Judge continues to piss me off, but Soto's been hitting well. Judge every once in a while shows up and hits the ball. Rizzo and they have a fuller order. As long as it's like Langoliers, dude, for the A's. Every time I bet against the A's, this guy hits a home run. So maybe take what the hell? I don't even know what his first name is, or even if I'm saying his last name right. Where's he at? Shea Langoliers plus 480. Dude, like when I last bet the Red Sox against the A's, the guy hit 2 home runs. So the guy's been crazy. But yeah, Soto hitting good too. So anyway, first play, Yankees team total over 4.5. Once again, those of you that do listen to this on the audio, I don't know if you guys are being able to get to these early plays as soon as the podcast is done. In fact, even if I'm still like bullshitting and stuff at the end. I yesterday I posted it as soon as I could to get it up. So hopefully you guys are able to get to it. Hopefully you guys get to play as early in the day, as I'm not always on these early games. In fact, like I think I even told myself I was going to stop touching the matinee games because there's times where I feel like I'm on it just to like have something going on in the day. Like my wife's away and I'm up during the day. When I'm up during the day, but to get on it in between, kids and schoolwork and stuff like that. But today, though, I truly do like this game. It's not forced. It's a game that, like kind of stuck out to me. So I'm not picking it just because it's not like it's the Giants versus the, I don't know, some Pirates or something like that. Like it's a game that actually stuck out that I was like interested in or whatever. So anyhow, first play is going to be the Yankees team total over 4.5. The second play, going with the Braves. I mentioned a stat the other day and then I tried to like recreate it or like find it or whatever. And I couldn't find it. I'd heard it on the radio. Go figure. I think it was last Friday when I was driving my son to speech, but actually it was 2 Fridays ago. Anyway, going with the Braves run line here on FanDuel, that is minus 102. So pretty solid there. The Marlins have really been struggling. They've lost 17 games. Of those 17 games, they have lost by 2 or more in 14 of those games. I don't know what the math is there. But the other team has covered the run line in 14 of 17 games. So, they've only covered the run line. So their ATS is 3-17. So we have when they lose by a lot. When the Braves win, they've generally been winning by a lot. I actually looked at, another stat. The Braves in a home victory have had 5 or more runs in every game. We talked about this before. We've been on that before, but I'm pretty sure, like, just looking, once again, we're just kind of talking. Braves team totals over 5.5. Books no. If you did like an alt 4.5 in the money line, which is something I kind of thought about, minus 116, not too bad. I bet that's the even money on DraftKings. DraftKings normally has better odds on stuff like that. So that's certainly an option. If you're kind of afraid of the run line, the Braves team total, if you played an alternate to it, to the 5.5, I will not play a team total of 5.5. I don't like to. 4.5 is my cap. Just like first 5, 2.5 is my cap. I don't play the 3.5 very, very rarely. Pull it down to 4.5, take the Braves money line because they're hitting that at 100% clip when they win games at home. At home, when they win, they're minus 200 favorites, whatever. Anyhow, we're going to take the run line, though, because the Marlins do lose on the run line 14 out of 17 games, including 2 of the 3 games that they played against the Braves earlier this season. The Braves did drop one of those games. That is where Chris Sale could not find, let's see, how do I say it? They sure as hell could hit Chris Sale. Let's put it that way. Chris Sale got rocked. He ended up going, deep in the inning, in the game, but I mean, he still gave up 6 runs. They couldn't get out of it. They looked terrible. They got whooped. Everybody lost their minds because the Braves lost to the Marlins, but then people forget the Braves are going to lose 50 to 60 games this year. Some of them are going to come against teams like that. Now, I will say, FanDuel changed it, so maybe we're okay. So this morning, DraftKings was saying that Lopez was going to pitch, but then on some of the other apps, it was saying Bryce Elder. And then the medias were saying Bryce Elder, but now it says Bryce Elder on FanDuel, so I'm feeling like it's going to be Bryce Elder. So that was a note that I had here, that there was a little bit of uncertainty to who was pitching, but it seems like we're probably okay there. So I kind of have to go through my notes here. What's that? What you said here, Logan? Ran the Yanks, Braves, and Padres over 3.5 team total runs for plus 142 on draft. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Over 3.5. That's a good number. We'll talk about the Padres here in a second. Braves and Yankees. Braxton, I was gonna do that. I was gonna run it in the Discord. But I came along the play that I gave out already in the Discord for the Yankees. That was an even money play that I liked, so I ran that way to save the Braves for maybe later. In some kind of your way. But Braves and Yankees, I think, would be a solid look for money line. Yeah, if you were to do that. Anyhow, let's see. Bryce Elder, this will be his first start since last year. So I'm not sure if he had an injury or anything like that. I say it all the time, like, realistically, I should probably look in to see, like, why hasn't he started yet? Maybe he had an injury. Maybe. I think he actually was in AAA, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was coming. They had him in AAA. First start this year after having a pretty rough September and October. Like, he got tagged in September and October. We're talking like 4, 5, 6, like, consecutive, like, like always at least like 3 runs given up in the last 4 or 5 starts. The guy was getting hit pretty hard. But on the last year, though, he was still 12-4 with a 3.81 ERA. He was really good in the beginning and the middle of the year, and he kind of fell off towards the end. So we certainly have the ability for him to be successful. So hopefully he comes out strong. I'm thinking he wasn't hurt, but maybe that's why he was at AAA. It was a rehab assignment. I don't know. Guys get sent down to AAA, because they're in a slump or something like that. So I honestly don't know why he was down there. I don't know if any of you guys by chance know why Elder was down there, but I'm not worried about it, I guess I can say. Not too worried, about it. Acuna for a hit and the Braves team total minus 115. Yeah, that's probably a good look too. There's normally, and I say it a lot, like there's 18 people in a game for one game that could get a hit plus something else. That's not a bad look, either, to be honest. Or I think Acuna plus the money line, that's probably pretty juiced too. And then I was on Salvador Perez yesterday in a little hit builder. Guy's been on fire. He was walked twice. He had 2 4-0 counts. I mean, dude, just hardly hit. He had like 105 exit velocity ground out. Then he had a 4-0 count. Then he had a 4-0 count. And then he struck out. So it's like never even had a shot to get a hit. Marlins have Ryan Weathers going, who may be their best pitcher. 2-1 2.70 ERA so far. But I personally think the Braves are the best team in baseball. I put together like a lotto of like Braves to win the World Series. I took the Hurricanes. I don't even know hockey, but honestly they're the shorter odds, so I just took them. Celtics. I did Texas A&M for college baseball, and then I think the 49ers or something, just something fun, But the Braves are the best team in baseball. They have the most complete roster. I mean, 1 through 9 gets it done. You look at like the Dodgers, 1 through 4 is tough. 5 through 9 is man, I don't even know if they'd started on another team, to be honest. Some of these guys are pretty tough. You look at the Braves, you got Arnold, hitting home runs like left and right. Dudes hit 4 home runs in 2 games or something like that. You got a lot of guys like stepped up, but I mean, you're missing Albies, so you have some of those guys pushed up in the top of the lineup. But Braves are super solid. They have the most complete lineup, like I said. Of course, it's baseball; anything can happen. The Braves are hitting extremely well outside of Matt Olson. The Braves are one of the best team in baseball right now, and their quote unquote, cleanup, their power hitter, their whatever, dude, is just non-existent. Like, I keep taking Matt Olson for total bases, like in lottos, or we were on him in we were on him in the podcast here just a few days ago. Dude's not hitting the ball. I mean, he's hitting the ball. He's not finding gaps, so whether or not he's just unlucky or something like that. But the Braves are fantastic, and they're missing one of their best bats. His best bat's got holes in it or whatever, Let's see. I think that's all I have. Oh, and the Marlins scored some runs. Marlins looked pretty good yesterday, but they were going against the worst pitcher in the league in Kyle Hendricks. In fact, I've seen a lot of people complaining about the Cubs losing in the Discord, on Twitter, like, oh, I can't believe the Cubs win. Oh, Cubs are so bad. Oh, Cubs gave us so many runs. It's like, guys, like, you can't look at a team as a whole. You have to look at it day by day. I love the bet on the Cubs, but with Kyle Hendricks pitching, did I think the Cubs are going to win? Hell no. Could they have won? Yeah, sure. Did I think there was going to be a lot of runs? Yeah, that's why we took the total. Kyle Hendricks is bad. Kyle Hendricks might get pulled down to AAA here soon, and we're going to end up losing him. Anyhow, second play, we're going Braves run line -1.5. If you feel scared about it, like I said, there's that, the Braves have covered in every win. Their team total of 4.5. They've scored 5+ runs in every win. If you want to do the team total plus the Braves money line, TJ mentioned, taking Acuna for a hit plus the Braves over 4.5. If you like that, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Mom keeps talking to you through the camera, isn't she?
Stop it, Mommy.
Yeah, I'll tell her. You go tell her. I'll be in there in a bit. Go, bud.
No.
Okay, you can stay here. But anyway, though, if you want to play it that way, I mean, there's multiple ways to play it. Officially, though, we'll run the Braves -1.5. Weathers missed the last start. I did not know that. Logan, yeah, Olsen needs to figure shit out. That's for sure. You're watching Dad on the camera. All right. Well, as usual here, going into third play. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button. If you have not hit the subscribe button for me, if you're here for the first time, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. 730 subscribers right now. I'm certainly proud of it. I want to hit 750. I want to hit 800. And then before I know it, I'm pushing 1,000. And then that is me. Then I'm pushing 1,000 and whatever, So just continue to help me out, continue to share it, continue to whatever, and we'll get there eventually. And my son left for now, so I forgot to look at the weather. Actually, I don't think there was any thing on there. I said it yesterday. For those of you that missed it, gonna probably stay away from home runs for a little bit. Look, like every day, you're seeing tweets and stuff about home runs, record lows. Again, what was it? Maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, it was a 15-16 game slate. Record, the lowest home runs in 9 years. So not record low. But, I mean, the ball's not traveling. The ball's not going anywhere. We need some warm weather. They're either using dead balls. They got to pull the juice balls back out, whatever. Maybe they were using the juice balls in the first week, and that's when I was like I was hotter than fish grease in the beginning of the year. Maybe they were using the juice balls in the beginning. Then they're like, ooh, too much. Let's pull it back. Let's give them the waterlogged balls. Whatever, Whether not seeing any type of rain or anything like that. But yeah, Logan for sure. Like it was like oftentimes I go to bed, I look at my tracker and it's just like, what am I doing different? Like it's just a wall of green. And I missed like 2 bets in like my first like, gosh, it seemed like first 20 or something like that. I couldn't miss. And then now all of a sudden, like people just like, can't hit or anything, can't hit, ball's not traveling. But I mean, you got like 110-mile-an-hour exit velocity and it's, a warning track, it's fly ball, 385-foot fly ball or whatever, the ball's just not carrying. But it really, I think just comes down to the weather, humidity, wind factor, stuff like that. So we need to get into May. We're in the April showers brings May flowers. So hopefully, April dead balls bring May home runs. Third play for today, Padres going with the run line against the Rockies here. You can get it on FanDuel, it's -120. Kind of hate to play the juice on a run line. I was interested in the first 5. Wife giving me directions and she's at work. I was interested in the first 5 team total. Big kind of bet up my alley, but I mean, we're looking at like -140, -150 juice, even like a 3.5 on Fanatics. They pushed it over that 2.5 number, so not really interested in it. Thought about the first 5 run line, but that's I mean, risky in itself. I mean, you could have Padres can tie it up in the bottom of the 5th or something meaningless, at half, but cough. Anyway, decided to go the full game run line. I just see the Padres being able to score a lot of runs here, and you would think that they can limit the Rockies with Dylan Cease pitching. I know a lot about Dylan Cease, if you would imagine, the mustachio man. Dylan Cease this year is 2-1 with a 1.99 ERA. So, I mean, honestly, even then, he's not even pitching like in his prime with the White Sox. Dylan Cease used to be a monster. Fell apart at the end of his career there with the White Sox, and I mean, but still looking good. One sub-2 ERA early in the year is not bad. Outside of his last outing, he's been really good at limiting walks. He did walk 5 batters in his last outing, but before then, I think it was like capped at 2 in all of his outings. So he's been doing a good job of limiting unnecessary like base runners. I wrote it down. He had 3, 2, 2, and 4 walks in his 4 starts. So I mean, he's been doing a good job of keeping it down. And then you pass it over to, oh wait, hold on. What in the hell? That's not right. That was something about Gomber. So never mind. He's been doing a good job of limiting walks. Then you look at Austin Gomber, who is 0-1 with a 4.95 ERA. He hasn't been terrible, but he's consecutively giving up runs. That's where the 3, 2, 2, and 4 in his 4 starts. So he's given up at least 2 runs in every one of his starts, which theoretically, I mean, that's enough. The Padres win 2-0. It's sweaty, but you can cover it that way. But when he gets pulled out, you pass it over to a Rockies bullpen who is the 7th highest ERA. So Gomber hasn't been going deep. He's never really been known to go deep. We're going to get 4 or 5 innings out of him, maybe less if Padres get to him. Then you're going to hand it over to a Rockies bullpen that has struggled somewhat in their relief pitching. The Padres have the 7th highest on-base percentage, and they are hitting the 5th most home runs. So if you think about it, that is a nasty combination for a team playing at Coors Field, which is one of the, if not the best home run hitting parks in the league. So they get on base a lot. They're hitting the 5th most home runs. I mean, perfect. Whether or not they're getting hits by pitch, walks, errors, I don't care. The guys get on base. And then with them hitting those kind of home runs, and especially the conditions that, we have at Coors Field, it stands for a potential rough game for the Rockies here. If you look at Ballpark Pal, they have a 33% increase in runs projected for today. That's 33% over the mean average. And then an 11% increase in home run potential today, which obviously looks good for the Padres. The Rockies, guys, I mean, I'm okay fading the Rockies. We fade the Rockies, we fade the A's, we fade the White Sox. The Marlins, I'm cool with, kind of just not like blindly, because like I said, I wasn't betting against the Marlins yesterday with what's his face, Kyle Hendricks on the mound. But I feel good going against a Rockies team that is just struggling. The Rockies, the A's, the White Sox, the Marlins, going to be the basement of the divisions, basement of the league all year. All year. So I feel really good going after the Padres, who, right, like, so Logan says, like, they got Tatis hits, runs, RBIs are at 3.5 on DraftKings. I mean, that's Ohtani type numbers. That's Judge type numbers. I was actually shocked. Logan, if you go into DraftKings and you look at the same game parlay, you will not believe the odds for Tatis just to get a home run. Go ahead. You look that up if you're still here. Looking on FanDuel, the guy's like minus 400 to get a hit. Because I'm like, all right, I'm kind of interested in maybe what if I want to play with just the Padres money line. And it's like, let me go in here to get a hit. And Tatis is minus 470. But Logan, I don't know. I don't think that's right. But on DraftKings, under the same game parlay, he was like minus 700 to get a hit. Maybe that was like a glitch. Let me look at it. I'm going to look at it myself here. No. Player to get a hit. Tatis to get a hit is minus 700. Xander Bogaerts minus 550. Profar minus 475. Machado minus 400. Kim 340. Blackman minus 370. Crazy stuff. It's because it's at the Rocky Stadium and they expect there to be an explosion of runs. And there hasn't been all the time. No, yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, even for Tatis, just a home run, plus 230. Crazy stuff at the Rocky Stadium. So the books, I don't always want to go with like, what are the books telling me? But it does oftentimes play out when especially you have like, if you're looking at like a first 5 team total of 3 and like the pitcher's earned run is like over 3.5 or something. And it's like juiced. So the books are thinking he's going to give up more than 4, runs, and his outs is under, was it 16.5 or 15.5 or whatever that number should be. I always get confused with that. The winds are blowing in, apparently, TJ says. So anyhow, that's what we'll run with as a third play for the Padres. I would think that the Braves money line and the Padres money line is probably a pretty good look too. That is a possibility of something I might run afterwards. I really want to see the Yankees bet, go through the hoop, so to speak, with some of just the weirdness. I hate to admit that I'm cold. I don't think so. I just think some of these bets have been crazy. I think a lot of people are struggling to hit some bets right now. So I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, but I want to go up a unit with the play that I have in the Discord. Or, on here, obviously we have the team total, and then I might do the Padres and the Braves money line. I think it's a good look. I guess the only thing that scares me is like, what if the Rockies are hitting the ball really well and it turns into a shootout or something like that? I feel really confident about the Braves winning today. Of course I just gave, the -1. I feel good about the Padres. I'm just thinking like, what could happen? Like what could go wrong or whatever. Weird stuff been going on. There's not a lot of things going, not a lot of good things going on or whatever. I do want to say real quick, I tweeted about it this morning. I don't know, just whatever. It's just a reminder, like you look through like Twitter and it's just all lottos. Everyone's just posting, I'll give $100 if this hits. And it's just like, it's impossible. I mean, they're plus 20,000s, plus whatever. Like, I've been betting for a long time. I've never hit a lotto. I give you guys these home run parlays. I've never hit one. I don't know what I've done in the world to not. In fact, I feel like I said that just recently to my wife when I needed like Trout to like just get 2 total bases. I was like, what have I done to not deserve this? And it's just like, what's going on, but like people forget that profit is profit. And like that's my quote unquote, ending message. Holy I didn't realize how long we've been talking. Audio side, this is going to be a much longer podcast for you guys. I apologize. So I'm going to get you guys out of here in a second. But the last message I have before, if we want to look at any other bets, or I'm cool off like home runs, I think. And I've been saying, unless you guys got somebody you think is a fantastic matchup for a home run today, they're really, and crickets. There's not. I don't think anybody is overly, no one's overly aggressive, or nobody's willing to stand on the table about somebody that's like, hey, I really think this guy's going to hit a home run. The message to close it out here before we get to the end of the picks is profit, and people very often like forget about that. Like it's everybody wants to bet $10 to win 1,000. Everybody wants to hit. Everyone wants to hit the life-changing money, or they want to hit like a fat like lotto or something like that, and we're consecutively losing money. But we forget that if you're up a half a unit and you take that into the next day, like you're successful. You're successful than I'd say at least 50% of the people. If you have $100 unit and you won $30, you were barely up for the day. That is fantastic. That's good. That's good. And don't let anybody ever tell you that being up 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 10, 20, 30, $40 isn't enough compared to being up $1,000 or something like that. Because profit is profit. It's this game is made for us to lose. This game is built for us to lose. If this was easy, everybody would be millionaires. If this was easy, I would have a lot more money than I had right now. So, Big E, I seen that somewhere. I seen that bet somewhere today. I don't know who posted that. I swear I seen that. And Taco, I say that a lot, like being even or down 0.1, 0.2, 0.25 units or something like that. That's a successful day when you don't lose the bankroll or whatever. But anyhow, let's recap. And then to get audio out of here, because this one's gonna take a second, and this game starts in an hour, so I gotta get this up so people can potentially hear it. Recap for today on 4/22, April 22nd. It's a Monday. Yankees team total over 4.5 is the first play. That's the early play. Braves minus 1.5 run line. We talked about the team total hit rate at home when they win, if you want to go with the alternate route there. And then the Padres minus 1.5 on the run line there as well. As always, I'm your host, Lunchtime in the Lobby, brought to you every day. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to follow me on all social medias at Live Joe Bets, and I will see you guys back tomorrow at 11:30. Let's see. Get this pulled up so I can. Man, it's I didn't realize we were talking for as long as we have been talking, to be honest. I need to probably wake my other son up so I can feed him so he's not screaming. I have to it's an elementary school I have to go to, and the teacher comes out and gets takes them away for 30 minutes, and then we go home. I think I'm going to go buy some football cards after this. I'll tell you, I'm hooked. I don't know if any of you guys do football cards, baseball cards, but like I'm looking at this like stack of nonsense over here. Like I'm never going to like go sell these or go to a show or nothing. I'm honestly probably just wasting money at this point. But I think that I discovered these repacks at Walgreens, and they're just so much fun. Like you get an unopened pack. I got an unopened pack from like the 90s. Of course it was like junk, but what if I pulled something crazy? I guess it's the excitement. Like I got a patch of some dude I ain't never even fucking heard of. This guy. Andre Woolfolk. Defensive back from Oklahoma. I don't know. I don't know who that is, but I got a patch card of him. Let me show you this. I think I showed you guys this already. This was in a repack. Jordan Todman, play for the Huskies. That's an autograph right there. I paid $5 for this in a pack. I got 50 other cards and I got an autograph. So I did get a Puka rookie card the other day, just a base card. But I mean, those are still cool. But I'm just keeping even the base cards. I got an Urlacher card in that repack. My dad's a Bears fan. A 2002 playoff Urlacher. That's cool. I used to have an Urlacher jersey when I was growing up. Look at this. Biggie, I'll answer your question in a second. Chris Carter card. That's cool. Like I actually pulled that. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't happen like now anymore. From 2001, it's a Chris Carter card. Anyway, I'm gonna probably go buy everything they're like $5. I'll just go buy like 5 of them, and I'm gonna end up with 300 cards and a bunch of shit, but it's fun, right? It's better than doing drugs. Okay, what? Let's see. TJ, I watched my units. I tried to pull 10 units up and started over all the accounts. You see people show 1,000. Yeah. There's a big like I won this bet, but I'm not going to show you how many I lost. Yeah, that's the downside with like Discords. And like people say, shoot, people say it about us too. I 100%. I mean, I'm certainly not going to promote that I've lost 15 bets most recently. However, I do recap every month. It's at the top of my Twitter, like how I did last month or whatever. So Biggie, how we feel about our boy Tariq over 17.5 pitching outs versus the Rays tonight? Love it. That's the play. That's one of my back burner plays. Do really like it. Do really like it. In fact, I sent it to my boy Alan in the Discord. Known him for a minute. Yeah, he's over in 3 of 4. He is over in 5 straight away games going back to last year, and he's over in 7 of 10 games in general, if I'm not mistaken. He's a lefty going against the Rays, who I don't think hit lefties very well. So he's just got to go 6 innings. Right? That always confuses me. Is that 6 innings? Is 17.5 is 6 innings? Yeah, so he's got to like make it through the 6th inning. Yeah. I do like that. Like I said, I'm kind of like playing slow in the Discord just because like I've just been a little cold. So I'm trying not to like drop 3 or 4 units at once. And I once said that I don't do K props, which I feel like probably needs to change because hey, like why not try to adapt? It's you don't change, you end up, drowning or whatever. I do like it though. It's not Taco. It's only on DraftKings. FanDuel, honestly, like FanDuel's cool for baseball, but like DraftKings has the better bets. They really do. Sorry, I'm like trying to post the audio to this at the same time. They have strikeouts, but they don't have like to record a win. They don't have like how many walks they're gonna throw. They don't have pitch outs. They don't have earned runs. You can bet like how many earned runs they're going to have, all that stuff. That's all on DraftKings. Probably on like, my son just ran through with some kind of food. I heard it. He's got a wrapper. Yeah, DraftKings is a good book, man. Sorry, what are you eating? Nothing? Oh, that's you, huh? I just seen that. You probably heard the thing. Did you? Did you delete it? I don't see it. Okay. Tag your slip in the community slip. ESPN does. Oh, ESPN does. ESPN Bet does player props for the UFL. We discovered on our show the other day too. But okay. MLB has been tough for everyone. Just trying to pick my spots until you guys pick it. Yeah, but what sucks is like I started out so well. Like I started out fucking fantastic. Like I'm pulling up my tracker here I'm talking, I guess, Discord. I'm up 13 units in the MLB, and even that's with me even sucking recently. So I don't know. But I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the regulars. Like I said, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking. When this knock on wood or whatever, hopefully blows up one day. Hopefully you guys are still here. Remember, yeah, all that sentimental stuff. I am trying to do 2 things at once. You can tell I'm not doing very good at it. If you guys don't have anything else, I think I'm going to get out of here, though. Not as many people watch anymore either. I need to leave the house in 30 minutes. Yeah, which means I need to get get my other kid up and feed him before we leave, get the other one dressed, everything like that. So I'm going to close it out. I appreciate you guys. Like I said in the beginning, I'm looking for people to, guess everything like that. So, if you know buddy or whatever, just trying to, broaden my horizons for the show, if that makes sense. But appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys back, tomorrow at 11:30.